Number 3.
College football, Florida's Vernell Brown with a circus catch against mighty Long Island. Sean Kelly called it from Learfield.
Pass and motions out. He's wide right. 2 to each side. Shotgun snap back to Langley. Good pocket. Now shuffles to his right. Winds, fires down the right side. Backpedaling. One-hand catch. Made. Falling backwards by Vernell Brown. The third at the 7. Wow, wow, wow.
Number 2.
Texas A&M's Casey Concepcion takes it to the house. Andrew Monaco had it from Learfield.
Already 3 tackles for Torian York. Hogan backwards, end over end. Concepcion fields at the 20 to the 25. Beats a defender. 35, 40. Gets to the outside. This now becomes a race. He's gone. He's gone. His first TD as an Aggie. Touchdown. Welcome, Casey Concepcion.
Number 1.
Florida State's Keziah Holmes shows who's boss against Alabama from Learfield.
Going quickly now. Toss outside. Keziah Holmes dives for the pylon. Far sideline. He's in. Keziah with a big time play. Touchdown Florida State. Touchdown FSU. Jay Silva. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. Let's go, Nolan. Show the nation. Put the nation on notice, baby. Put the nation on notice.
Marty, great job by you. Thank you. And a reminder, news from All Night Nation. Just hit us up on the Dr. Pepper call-in line. How about we get back to Major League Baseball? The best record in baseball held by the Milwaukee Brewers. The second best record, the Toronto Blue Jays. Jays hosting the Brewers in Canada. Top of the 9th inning, Milwaukee looking for insurance runs.
Now Christian Yelich to left. Deep. Gone. And listen to the boos here in Canada. Yelich with number 27. It is 3-1 Crew.
The call on 620 WTMJ. Brewers win the first 2 games of that series with a 4-1 win on Saturday. Yankees and the White Sox in Chicago. Bonus baseball on the south side. In the 11th, Yankees already with a run in.
Little cue shot into shallow left. That's going to get down for a base hit. He dropped in the wedge instead. Grisham scores, and the Yankees take a 3-2 lead.
The call on the Yes Network. Yankees hold off the White Sox in 11 innings, 5-3. In Boston, Red Sox hosting the Pirates in the 6th. When you hit it far, you can set it on cruise control.
The pitch. And a fly ball to center field. Back is Rafaela looking up, and this ball is gone over the green monster above the 379 sign. O'Neal Cruz with an absolute blast. The home run is 19th, and it is 5-2 Pirates.
The call on 93.7 The Fan. Pirates roll the Red Sox 10-3. The Yankees now have a 1.5 game lead over the Red Sox for that top wild card spot. Phillies beat the Braves in 10 innings. Diamondbacks down the Dodgers 6-1. You've been listening to SportsCenter all night. That will do it for us. For our producer, Jake Boson, our technical director is Justin Osterwick. I'm Judson Richards. Best week ever is next. This is ESPN Radio.
Stay on top of the game with the ESPN New York app. Listen live, enter exclusive contests, and enjoy all the play-by-play action.
Jalen Brunson delivers.
Don't miss our must-listen show features. Hear Chris Carlin get Chris'd off with Bart and Carlin.
I don't need that energy.
Listen to an attempt to stump Rothenberg on DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Hey!
Catch Michael K with Hit and Run all week long.
I gotta get more K.
And ENN with Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Download the ESPN New York app today and never miss a moment of your favorite sports. Is Freddie and Harry on 1050 ESPN.
Terrell Davis, Pro Football Hall of Fame. Harry Douglas and these York Broncos could take down the Kansas City Chiefs and win the AFC West.
Hey, Freddie, we try to lay low, man. We don't need people picking us down. We don't need all this. We don't need all this headlines, all right? That's what we're doing. We're just trying to lay low. Let's just do our thing. I love it.
Check out more from Freddie and Harry. Weekdays at 3 on 1050 ESPN.
Shop great new deals at Bay Ridge Mazda. Get as low as 0.9% APR financing rates. They'll take any trade-in and accept all lease returns, even if you didn't lease with them. Plus, enjoy Bay Ridge Plus benefits like ding and dent coverage, key replacement, windshield protection, and roadside assistance, all included. Visit them in Brooklyn or online at BayRidgeMazda.com. Bay Ridge Mazda, where confidence comes standard. See dealer for details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
From opening day through the World Series, 1050 ESPN is your home for Major League Baseball. WEPN, New York, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
A wild week one in college football. I'm Chris Smith. Coming off of the 2-10 season, unranked Florida State stunned 8th-ranked Alabama 31-17 on Saturday, ending the Crimson Tide streak of 23 straight wins and season openers. And Ryan O'Halloran of Florida Times-Union says the Seminoles made a statement.
Florida State kicked their butt, and that's probably the biggest takeaway, is that Florida State was the more physical team. They controlled the line of scrimmage offensively with their offensive line, who's rebuilt, and then their defensive line. So I think it's a breakthrough statement win for Florida State and just a pathetic loss for Alabama.
Heard on ESPN Radio's Game Night. If that wasn't enough, Florida State landed a legacy commitment shortly after the upset when Jonah Winston, the brother of former Seminoles Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston, announced his pledge to the Seminoles for the 2026 cycle. The three-star recruit plays both quarterback and wide receiver and projects as a pass catcher at the next level. And Saturday's ranked matchups didn't disappoint. Garrett Nussmeier threw a go-ahead 8-yard TD pass in the fourth quarter as number 9 LSU rallied past 4th-ranked Clemson 17-10 for its first season-opening win since 2019 when Joe Burrow led the Tigers to an undefeated season and national championship. Meanwhile, Ohio State QB Julian Sayin turned the tables on Heisman favorite Arch Manning, becoming the first QB to win his first career collegiate start against a AP number 1 team since 1984 as the Buckeyes edged the Longhorns 14-7. Manning went 17 for 30, 170 yards with 1 pass TD and 1 INT.
Hey, it's Michelle Smallman, and coming up on Unsportsmanlike, week 1 of the NFL season is finally here. Will the Eagles repeat, or will the competition in the NFC be too fierce? We'll discuss it on Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
The biggest names, the biggest games. They're all right here. This is 1050 ESPN, New York.
From the Windy City in the Deep South, this is The Best Week Ever with Peter Burns and Courtney Cronin on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
You the best. You the best. You the best. You the best.
Ah, indeed, it is truly the best week ever. Peter Burns, Courtney Cronin Oh, CC, we have made it. College football is here. We get a chance to break it down for 3 hours. We got guys that'll probably eat dog poop over on Twitter. We got huge trades in the NFL. I mean, we got a little bit of everything. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. We are so back.
So back.
This is the perfect Sunday. It's the last Sunday without the NFL. We've got college football all day long. We've got a game tomorrow. And what a hell of a slate to kick things off from yesterday.
We got great games coming up later today. We'll break down all of those, including South Carolina and Virginia Tech. We get a little convicts versus Catholics, Miami versus Notre Dame a little bit later. But without further ado, this is how we start off each and every week. I'm so excited. It's this.
This is the biggest story of the week ever.
No, I was not cutting onions. I was crying because I knew it was Lee Corso's last college game day, and it was awesome. Everybody, just the tributes that they had. It was really cool even when Fox, one of our competitors in the television and media world, said, let's cut into our programming and cut it. And it was Lee Corso making his final headgear pick of his career. Here's what it sounded like on College Game Day.
This is one of the easiest picks I've ever made. Texas is loaded. Texas is number one. They have a Manning at quarterback. Poor Ohio State. They ain't got a chance. Give me my first love.
So his career started picking the headgear with Ohio State. It was a win, and guess what? They were Buckeyes were trying to get that done right from the jump. It was the defense that was making it happen.
4th and less than 1. Manning. Quarterback under center, Hudson. Behind him is Baxter at tailback. Manning takes it straight ahead, and it doesn't look like he's going to get in there as there's a big pile near the 1 and the goal line, and the Buckeyes have stopped him. Arch Manning cannot get into the end zone, and Ohio State will take over on downs right at about their own 1-yard line.
CeCe, what surprised you more? It was the play of Arch Manning or the play calling of C. Sarkisian early in that game?
What is that tush-push call? It was nowhere close. You did nothing to help your quarterback going up against an NFL defensive coordinator that has coordinated defenses that have won Super Bowls. What were they doing? The 4th down play calls? I mean, obviously some of this was on Arch. I saw a lot of wide open wide receivers, Peter, that he just was not hitting. But for his head coach to put him in that environment and not give him any, like they were taking away all the underneath stuff. Take a shot. It was too late, too little too late for Texas. And I think Sark deserves a big portion of that blame.
He did not, Arch Manning did not have a pass over 5 air yards, other than like just a little hitch route into the 4th quarter. It was a defensive masterpiece for Matt Patricia. I'm going to get back to that in just a little bit. But Paul Keels, let's hear some excitement from my man from Learfield, because this was the play that did it.
Sand in the shotgun, receives the football, fakes a handoff, looks to throw. Sand will pump that one deep down the right side, left sideline, Tate with it. Take it down in the end zone for a touchdown. Carnell Tate gathered it inside the 4, and a pass came down the left side. Tate had to fight with a defender to get that ball as it hung in the air. Derek Williams, the safety, is who was jockeying for him. Carnell Tate hauls in a touchdown pass from Julian Sand, and it's 13-0 Ohio State.
If Keels is fired up, Buckeye fans should do that. Julian Sand threw a dart. Carnell Tate had 2 really big catches, including that one. But I want to get back to Matt Patricia. I thought one of the reasons why the Texas was going to win this game because of the consistency of C. Sarkisian as a play caller, Pete Swakowski defensively, and the Texas defense held Ohio State to just 203 yards. That's the fewest yards they've had since 2015. But Matt Patricia's defense gave Sark just absolute fits like he did basically back in the NFL days when he faced him.
It's insane to think you graduate all that talent to the NFL on the defensive side of the ball, and you can flash back to the Notre Dame game, the stop that they had inside the 5-yard line, the stop that they had yesterday at the 1-yard line. Like, rinse, repeat. The more things change, the more they stay the same, I guess.
It was a monster slugfest defensively. Ohio State gets that win. We'll get into a little bit more of a breakdown later of that game. But then Corso gave us another very huge prediction on College Game Day.
Florida State is my school. How hell are we pick against them? Florida State upsets Alabama. Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
He was the only one who picked them, right?
That is correct. And guess what? didn't look like a great pick. Right for the jump, Chris Stewart from Learfield IMG on the call. It was easy for Bama early.
Play clock at 2. Bama gets the snap, hands it off. No. Scrambling. Simpson fires right side. Cuevas caught. Touchdown, Alabama. Beautiful play action. Rolling to his right was Simpson. Found Cuevas, who had a man chasing, but he couldn't catch up, and Bama gets on the board first.
It looked easy, like, that like easy button that they press on the commercials. Even Ty Simpson's like, I think we scored too easy. We kind of like just let up. And all of a sudden, Jeff Calhoun from Learfield IMG on the call. Listen to the next highlight we have.
Going quickly now. Toss outside. Keziah Holmes dives for the pylon. Far sideline. He's in. Keziah with a big time play. Touchdown Florida State. Touchdown FSU. Jay Sizzle. Ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared. Let's go, Noel. Show the nation. Put the nation on notice, baby. Put the nation on notice.
And they did. They put the nation on notice that you can go 2-10 last year, and all of a sudden flip the script. Gus Malzahn left $10 million, Courtney, on a buyout from UCF because I just think he flat out just like, I don't want to get fired. I'm going to leave on my own accord. That must be nice to have that much amount of money in the bank account. And it made sense. He made Thomas Castellanos look like Nick Marshall. It was a perfect little fit. Just absolutely shocking in Tallahassee.
I wasn't sure if that was Tommy C. who had gotten his way up to the booth there, the analyst saying, you can't stop us, because that's similar to what he said in the summer, remember? He said, well, Nick Saban's not here to save Alabama. I don't see them stopping me. This dude backed up his comments and then some.
Kalen DeBoer, 5-5 in his last 10 games. That's the fourth double-digit favorite loss that Bama had is in 14 games. Here's what Kalen DeBoer had to say in his postgame presser.
There's no excuse about what happened. We step on the football field, they step on the football field, and we got to play ball. We got to play our style of ball, and last year isn't this year, and it's going to be an uphill climb.
Wait a second. Did you hear something in the background of Kalen DeBoer?
Listen very carefully. You can hear the chants of the FSU locker room next to this presser, them going crazy. You can hear them say FSU, FSU. Go ahead and play it one more time.
There's no excuse about what happened. We step on the football field, they step on the football field, and we got to play ball. We got to play our style of ball, and last year isn't this year, and it's going to be an uphill climb.
God, I love college football. I mean, that's everything you want college football to be. In 60 minutes of football, FSU wiped away 636 days of misery. That's the day that they found out they weren't in the college football playoff, despite the incredible season that they had with Jordan Travis a couple years ago. The 2-10 season last year. The guy not eating the dog poop, the Knoll guy, and then sure enough, all of a sudden, you get that victory. By the way, Lee Corso wasn't done. He had one more pick that stood out to us on Saturday.
Follow up on my playoff team.
Yes.
You're going to get what you're for? Number one, Notre Dame. Never batted against the Catholics. Never Penn State. Penn State wins the Big Ten. What? And loaded offense.
All right.
Next, Clemson. Clemson's loaded for Bear.
Yep.
And then LSU, nation's number one transfer program.
Yes, they're loaded.
Veteran quarterback.
Those are your four.
Yeah, they're good. Now, the final four, two of them, LSU versus Penn State for the national championship.
Okay.
A great game in the battle, but the winner, LSU. LSU wins the national championship.
Go Tigers.
You got the fighting Brian
Can we congratulate them, Ohio? LSU just won the national championship.
You just said Penn State. You got it.
Now the only way that LSU was going to win the national championship is if they went into the other Death Valley and played some great defense. Here's LSU Sports Radio Network on the call. Tigers take it down the Tigers.
Klubnik takes the snap, drops back, now sprints to his right. Pressure comes, hit as he throws. Incomplete down at the 5-yard line. Turnover on downs. LSU football. Harold Perkins on a beeline to Cade Klubnik. Forced the throw on the run, and the Tigers of LSU have the football with 59 seconds remaining, leading 17-10 over Clemson.
What a monster win for LSU. They beat a top 5 team on the road. They end that opener losing streak. They finally find the defense. Blake Baker was aggressive in his play calling as the defensive coordinator. And frankly, CC, they were the Superman that saved the day for the SEC overall. I mean, Texas with a loss, Bama with an embarrassing, pathetic loss over in Tallahassee. Can you imagine the narratives that would have sprung up had LSU not beat Clemson last night?
And it was Garrett Nussmeier who saved the Heisman hype. Because remember, that was all surrounding Arch Manning going into this weekend. And then it was all surrounding Cade Klubnik going into this game. He looked like the better quarterback last night, the more experienced quarterback. And I know these games are low scoring. There are a lot of people, the only thing you can detract from this weekend of these great matchups we got in week 1, there wasn't a whole lot of offense. That usually takes some time to get in a rhythm. It's why you saw LSU beat Clemson 17-10. That's why you saw the score of Texas-Ohio State what it was. But that was some darn good play down the stretch from Garrett Nussmeier and that LSU offense.
Clemson's last 19 plays were all passes. And guess what? Any other year since probably 2020, if you talked out about LSU facing 19 passes late into the game, they probably would have been completed 18 of them. Not this year. LSU's defense a little bit different, but still Clemson looked pretty good. We're going to get into a bunch more games. We're going to talk Penn State, Georgia, Oregon, Indiana. Got a big win yesterday as well. We'll talk about that coming up. Peter Burns, Courtney Cronin. This is the best week ever on ESPN Radio.
College football is back.
Welcome, everybody, to the college football season.
Virginia Tech faces 13th ranked South Carolina in the Aflac kickoff game. Coverage begins today at 2:30 Eastern with kickoff at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN, and on the new ESPN app.